Hello everyone and welcome back to the Planetbase Challenge of the Dark Moon. This is where we last ended up, and it didn't end quite well, but look at what I made. Look at the spares I have, so the spare parts I still have, and I made it through the first night without even having power down once. So I made basically what I did last time, or at least what I had all mapped out, within a lot less time with a lot more resources, because planning is key, and that is very lucky. Wow. Alright, so what we are going to do is, well, first of all, we obviously need to get ourselves some metal ore. Our workers are working on that. We are now actually loading the storage room with the supplies that came from the mothership, or whatever you call that. So that is all good. But for now, we need a biodome, because we do already have a canteen and such, but we don't really have a way to produce foods. Now I'm worried, because I think it costs it's going to cost a total of 5 metal. So we're going to have to be very careful. If we build that biodome right now, then we're going to run into the problem of not having enough metal. We're going to have to wait, though, in that case, to have a piece of metal made for ourselves. But you got to keep that in mind, because if you don't, then you will end up in an ugly place, and that is game over. Alright, we have the metal processor, so there wouldn't be a problem in laying that biodome out, at least. We can now produce metal. We can't produce plastics yet. We don't really need to. We have 13 at the moment. There's going to be 5 used, I believe. No, 3 actually. Okay, so I had enough metal. That's fine then. Let me think. We do want a lab, of course, but I don't think it's priority at the moment. I do think that there are disasters at this planet, but I'm not sure. So, just to be sure, I am going to save. The very next thing that I want to have secured, obviously, is power supply, because the amount of sunlight that we get is very, very limited. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. But the amount of sunlight that we get is very limited, and we do want to capitalize on it once it's up. So, whether we build an extra power collector or solar panel, I guess we should do both. I don't know how water is fluctuating, but obviously we do need a tower there as well. And this would probably be wise, all of this, it would probably be wise to do before we actually expand the productivity of our base. Let's see, we got 1 piece of metal left. We got our first being produced, which is very nice. I have the airlock connected to the storage, so that the ore is going to be brought there, and then it can be brought to the processing plant right away. Very neat. We got ourselves our first metal. I guess we should start by building some plants. You build plants. That's cool. But yeah, tomatoes, medicinal pads. Might as well build this. Build this. And I think some wheat. It doesn't really matter. We just need mostly starchy food, the medicine, and I take one plant that produces a lot of food, so nutritious values. We're gonna obviously increase that eventually by getting our citizens some meat, but for now this is gonna have to do. Let's see, we're gonna build the power collector first. I think it's gonna be rather costly. I do want to eventually connect them with these two, because I do believe if a power collector loses its connection, then it loses the power that's in it as well. But I'm not completely sure about that. I could be wrong there. But yeah. So obviously the first kind of colonists that we are going to invite into our humble colony is going to be workers, because we need a lot of production in the metal industry. And we don't have that really going on as of now. So I think after we have that solar panel, that extra solar panel, that extra power collector, and that water tower, after that we're going to start getting a landing pad. And we can invite colonists. We can't get ourselves resources through trade, but we can get colonists in our colony, which is nice. A way to have our colony growing again. And this is quite curious. Do we have at least 2... what do you call these guys again? Biologists? Because if we don't, I do want to have at least 4, I think. Yeah, we only have 1. Yeah, 4 plants is a little bit much. I guess that 4 plants is about what one a biologist can take. So it's a good thing we didn't build a bigger one. It wouldn't make a lot of sense anyway. So, yeah, there we go. Let's see, the metal that we have is being used. We need 3 more. We're going to have to produce the ore first then. Yeah, it's relatively easy from here on. If there's going to be a disaster, which will not allow our citizens to go outside, we'll just disable the mine, because that's basically the only thing that's outside. That's an outside activity. Now, after we have the landing pad, we do absolutely need a manufacturing plant for the spare parts, because we can't import spares. And if anything, we need spares, because if we run out of power source, it would be disastrous if that were during daytime. It would be fixed by nighttime, perhaps, or we would have built a new one by nighttime, and we weren't able to get the power from that day. Then we will lose a lot of progress. It will take us a lot of days to get to the same level of progress that we were before. So yeah, that's a lot of theory there, but you know, you got to do that mostly. I think that's where I went wrong in a lot of playthroughs. Is basically that, and I think the colonists are a little bit annoyed because they don't have a form of entertainment. So I will hang up a telly. That always seems to be doing well. Let's see, let's put down a decorative plant. I don't know whether that has any value or not, but maybe I should be more conservative with my plastic. I do think that the decorative plants, let's see. Oh, leisure component. It does fall under leisure component, so they might just go and gaze at the plant. It doesn't matter to me. Their morale will be boosted. That's all I care for. Alright, so the one solar panel that we have seems to be doing fine. It can just maintain these 2 power collectors, so I think that eventually we want to build yet another power collector when we have that new solar panel up. These things are costly, though, if I am correct. 2 to 7. 7 pieces of metal. I do think that for now we can pull off having just a power collector. No. It doesn't make any sense to have an extra power collector because we won't be able to get any extra power without an extra solar panel, of course. So yeah, we've got to take that into account when planning ahead. I don't like that. This is exactly the reason why I want to have a water tower built. We are producing just enough, and I really don't want to fall below that threshold. So yeah, that tower needs to come quickly. Water tanks luckily aren't that resource intensive. Just need to wait for that metal to be finished. My god. There's 2 ores in them, though, so I guess progress is doing fine. There's 1. Let's see. There's 1 free. We need 1 more. Okay, that's exactly what we need. So the power collector is going to be built just now. At least I don't see... Oh, there's our engineer. He doesn't have to go all the way like that. That is a benefit, of course, about the airlock over there. I guess during night, we could save some energy by powering some stuff down. Doesn't make a lot of sense to power down the solar panel. We have a lot of integrity still left, or the condition is still really good. And we haven't used any spares, so that is very good as well. But I'm a little bit concerned about the biodome. Let's see, food stocks are low. That's also something I don't like particularly much. Maybe the first type of colonist that we want to import is not just a biologist, is a biologist instead of a worker. But we're going to have to see. Alright, a landing pad, I would have to say, would probably be best placed next to the airlock so that the newly arrived colonists can enter the colony as soon as they arrive. And they can start working in the mine as well, if they're workers at least. Or they can just walk through to the biodome. But yeah, we seem to be doing rather fine. The base is stable. This is all what counts. Eventually, though, we're going to have to get 300 colonists, which is quite a lot. I'm already anxious about the power supply and such, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just depend on, or just have trust in the energy system that we have going. And just expand on that. Condition poor. Okay, we still have a good integrity. Condition might be poor, but we could always, you know, fix that guy up. I do not like the speed at which we are producing metal, however. I'm not too happy about that. But yeah, that again is the reason that I wanted to have workers in first. Let's see, we can't... No, we can't manage our landing permission just yet. But I think I'm going to set it first at 50% workers, 50% biologists until we have at least 4 biologists. Let's see, we need 3 more pieces of metal, I think. Let's see, yeah, 1 for that one, that's already being used. There's 1 here already. 3 more for the landing pad. So, yeah, guys, go and work on that. Norton Carlson. Well, he's not doing his job right. Too bad it doesn't give me specific information about that colonist. That would be helpful, I guess. Or not helpful, but interesting. Maybe even worker isn't priority at all. Maybe just the highest priority is the biologist. Without the damn biologist, we wouldn't be able to, well, live, eat, whatever. But we need to secure quickly because we don't even have a sick bay yet. What happens if one of our workers gets ill, gets injured, or whatever? Then we'll be screwed as well. So we need to make haste. Or rather, our colonists need to stop whining and work. But yeah, the iron ore in... Oh, wait a minute. He's going to grab a bite. No, he's going to get himself some more ore. Getting that in the processor. And getting us some metal. Let's see. A new day, a new dawn. And this battery hasn't been touched. So I'm very happy about that. It does mean that we produce more... Or not, at least enough energy to maintain the night. Let's see how quickly that's filled up, actually. Halfway... Yeah, we're losing power. Okay. That's what I would have thought. It is the reason why I wanted a second solar panel. I guess I could make a smaller one, but I didn't want to make concessions that early on. Not with power, at least. But yeah, new colonists are going to be priority. Absolutely. I'm happy that we have the drillable patterns, by the way, because I really wasn't looking forward at trading that off. Trading some stuff, you know. Wait a minute, what is... No, I want to actually prioritize this. That's actually a good idea, to prioritize this room. Because as soon as we have ore and there is work that can be done, it could be done by our dear workers. Yeah, there is actually a serious food problem here. I did save in between, I think. Let's leave the starchy food for what it is. Let's see, this is doing very poorly. I'll just make 2 tomato patches. Ah, that robot's already taken our stuff away. Well, that is not good. Oh my god, we need to wait until this food is ready. Well, that is going to be our challenge within this challenge for next time. I'm going to leave you guys at this. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a good one. Cheers.